For our project, we've been designing an implantable drug delivery system to combat nicotine withdrawal symptoms and addiction. First, we'll go into the clinical significance and the motivation. Addiction to smoking presents an enormous risk to the public, and failing to address this crisis will lead to grave consequences. As of now, the World Health Organization estimates that over 1 billion people are addicted to or affected by smoking. Additionally, smoking causes an estimated 5 million deaths per year, and this number is only expected to grow, with some estimates predicting that by 2030 there will be 10 million deaths per year. Smoking also presents severe health risks such as lung cancer, coronary heart disease, stroke, and more. Despite the increase in the prevalence of smoking, a CDC study found that 70% of American smokers want to quit. However, quitting has proven incredibly difficult, as only 3 to 5% of people are able to successfully quit without assistance after 6 months. This disparity in the desire to quit and successful quitting can be owed in part to withdrawal symptoms. People that attempt to quit smoking experience physical and mental symptoms of withdrawal, which can include headaches, cravings, depression, and more. Additionally, smoking and its effects are a significant financial burden. U.S. consumers spend around $80 billion per year on cigarettes, and smoking creates around $170 billion worth of healthcare expenditures each year.
The competition to our device are nicotine replacement therapies such as the patch and Chantix. The price of the patch is around $225 for a 3-month prescription. Some limitations of the patch include skin irritation and its low success rate. In a study done with around 1,600 participants, by the end of a 3-month period, only 19% of the participants were able to successfully quit on the patch. Chantix is about $1,100 for a 3-month prescription, and the dosages vary from week to week, which increases the treatment period each day a dose is missed. Some limitations of Chantix are frequent mood swings and low energy. Additionally, the drug by itself has a marginally low success rate, but with one study finding that the 12-month abstinence rate with Chantix was only 19.2%. Based on the current solutions, we have confidence that our technology could be used to reduce the risk of relapse and present a favorable alternative to the current solutions.
We believe that the best way to solve this problem is to include an all-in-one solution that will make quitting smoking as smooth as humanly possible. By implanting a drug delivery system subcutaneously that will last the whole withdrawal process, no additional procedures will be required for the 9 months after quitting. The device will be implanted in the arm over the tricep muscle, which was chosen because the drugs will diffuse through the muscle before reaching the large blood vessels in the sulcus, as well as the lower arm being very accessible for implantation. Our drug layering approach allows us to deliver multiple therapeutics at different stages of the withdrawal process through polymer surface degradation. We are utilizing a copolymer of sebacic acid and bis p-carboxyphenoxypropane that will be safe in the body and break down at different rates depending on the ratio of the polymers. Our device incorporates doses of both nicotine and varenicline, which interacts with the same receptors as nicotine to reduce cravings and minimize withdrawal symptoms. We use the existing doses for the nicotine patches and Chantix to calculate our doses for our device. Because the nicotine replacement therapy is used before varenicline, we put the nicotine as the outer layers of our device, and over time, as the layers slowly, consistently, and harmlessly degrade into the bloodstream, the inner layers of varenicline will be revealed at the appropriate time during treatment. The first 3 layers have a decreasing amount of nicotine to wean the patient off during the acute withdrawal phase, while the 3rd and 4th layer includes varenicline doses to transition to our post-acute treatment. Ideally, this treatment would be encouraged by physicians and fully or partially covered by insurance companies so that the cost would remain low for patients trying to quit, as well as being a prevalent option in rehab clinics for those seeking help.
There are a few potential complications with our approach. As with anything being implanted into the body, our device is likely to trigger an immune response with the potential for fibrous encapsulation. However, similar polymers don't experience very severe effects, nor do they experience fibrous encapsulation. And as our polymer is non-cytotoxic and biodegradable, it should be a relatively rare occurrence. Our device will also not be anchored to any tissue, so it will be mobile. However, if the implant needs to be removed, its size should still allow for it to be found externally. Lastly, the byproducts from our polymer's degradation could interact with other drugs being taken by the patient. However, the slow degradation rate should make the concentration in the body negligible.
There are many benefits to our solution, most notably being its cost efficiency and its low maintenance. Unlike other bioresorbable polymers, our polyamhydride copolymer undergoes surface degradation. This allows us to achieve a zero-order release profile and minimize risk of a potentially toxic first release of drug. The cost of the individual compounds and the manufacturing process that we will use to make the copolymer are relatively cheap, with our current estimates suggesting 13 cents per gram for sebacic acid and $8.4 per gram for bis-p-carboxyphenoxypropane. Furthermore, the manufacturing process is simple and inexpensive. Due to the nature of the implant, it will require less drug for the same effectiveness as conventional methods, as much of the bioavailability of orally taken drugs is lost due to first-pass metabolism. Finally, our product offers a set-it-and-forget-it approach, which many people may find appealing as they don't have to remember to take pills daily or apply patches. Through the implantation process of our product, it'll dissuade people from stopping the recovery process before they are finished. In order to stop treatment prematurely, a certified physician would be required to make an incision and remove it.